Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all are having a great day. Welcome back into the channel. I know I don't do a lot of videos anymore, but I always like to do this one because it's always fun to kind of reminisce on the first half of the year, talk about my favorite movies so far. So today we're breaking down my top 10 favorite movies of 2023 so far. Now at the time of recording this, I've seen 58. By the time the month is over, because I'm recording this a few days in advance, by the time the month is over, I will have seen 60 new releases so far. And we've had a pretty good year so far, I won't lie. There's some bangers on here that I really enjoy, but I will say the second half of the year is a million times better. I mean, July alone, we're feasting. Every week there's another banger, and sometimes two. I'm talking about you, Oppenheimer and Barbie. We are feasting this year. We have like all the major directors coming out with new films this year. All the franchises are coming out with films, all of these stories that we love. And then we've got great new original stories that are coming out as well. It's a great year for film. It really is. And we're feasting. We are feasting, everyone. But today, we're going to go through the first half of 2023. I'm going to talk about my favorite films that I've seen in 2023. Some of these are Sundance films that have not come out yet. Two of them are. And yeah, I think let's just get into it. Go down below in the comments before we get into this. Let me know, what is your favorite movie of 2023 so far? I think there's like maybe 4 or 5 that are probably in contention for a lot of people for their favorite film of 2023. But I really want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments and let your boy know. 10 honorable mentions before we get started. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to run through them. Number 20 is Sisu. Really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was awesome. Number 19 is Fast X. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a hot take, but I had the hell of a good time with it. Number 18 is Flamin Hot. Didn't really get to talk about this one on here at all, but it's a really great story. Really, really great heart. And it is the feel-good movie of the summer, in my opinion. Number 17 is The Covenant from Guy Ritchie. Really good, intense war thriller that actually worked in a genre that can get a little stale and boring at times. I really liked it. Number 16 is Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. This has to be by far my biggest surprise of the year. I really enjoyed this movie. It's really good. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. It's a damn good time. Number 15 is 1001, a film that I saw at Sundance that has had a release, I believe, already. It's a smaller indie film. If you haven't watched it, go watch. It's got one of the best performances of the year. You will not regret it. Go watch it. Number 14 is Sharper, the film that came out on Apple TV+. Julianne Moore, Sebastian Stan. A nice little put-together thriller. It will fall out of the top 20 by the time the year ends. But for now, it's at number 14. Number 13 is Theater Camp. This comes out in a few weeks. Incredible film. I saw it at Sundance as well. It was my mom's favorite of the fest, I believe, and it's top 4 for me. Really good. I really had a good time with it. Number 12 is Extraction 2. I was thinking about doing a video for this, but then I just decided not to, but it's a great movie. The one-er shot is just awesome. It's good action from Netflix, and I know some people harping and don't like it, and they think it's not thematically very dense and doesn't have a lot of story going from it, but I actually think it's better than the first in terms of story and writing. I do. Sue me. Number 11, I got to pull this one up. I don't remember the name of it. A Little Prayer. It's another small indie film that I saw at Sundance that's really good. It packs some really nice heart, and it's a good movie. When it comes out, I'm assuming this is going to get an Oscar kind of season run at the end of the year. When it comes out, I highly recommend you check it out. It is a great little film that came out that I got to see at Sundance. Number 10. Oh, number 10 is about to run right into number 10. But those are my honorable mentions, 20 through 11. Again, let me know your favorite down below in the comments. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just get into it, okay? Number 10 is Sometimes I Think About Dying. This was another film I saw at Sundance. It is a small indie film that stars Daisy Ridley. I really enjoyed this movie. I gave it an 88 out of 100. It was my most highly rated movie of the year for like a day. I stand Fran. I love her story. I think she's great, and it's Daisy Ridley's character. I think she gives a great performance. I loved the vibe of this film. It's very like kind of quaint and kind of sleepy type town in like Washington State where it rains all the time, and Like, I like those types of vibey type movies. And this was that. It was great. And Daisy Ridley gives a brilliant performance here. She really does. She carries it. It's awesome. It's amazing. The writing's great. The environment, like I said, is already captivating. And with that, the most mundane details in this are interesting. Because it really is kind of a mundane, kind of smaller, slower film. But with the Daisy Ridley performance and the attention to detail, it's pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I gave it an 88 out of 100. It's quite the time. It is quite the time. But coming in at number 9 is Rye Lane. And if you've not seen this movie, you need to stop and go watch it now. This came out at Sundance. I didn't get to see it because it was only for people in person. But then when it came out on Hulu, I watched it and I loved it from top to bottom. Snappy writing, fast-paced direction, and 2 electric performances. You don't want to miss this one. This is the ultimate rom-com of the year. It's so much fun. I love these characters. I love the story. It can get a little cliche at the end. I took a few points off for that. But in the grand scheme of the project, it really is a delightful time. And anyone that watches it will have a great time with it. It's a great rom-com. And there's not a lot of great rom-coms anymore. You see all the Netflix ones, and they're just not good. This one's good. It's original, it's fresh, and I really, really enjoyed it. Then we have Fair Play. And I was talking about how sometimes I think about Dying was like my favorite film of the year for a day. And then I saw Fair Play the next day at Sundance, and I absolutely loved it. I gave it a 90 out of 100. This is the first... Let me confirm this. No, Rye Lane, I gave it 90 out of 100 as well. But I gave this one 90 out of 100. It's electric. This is an incredible movie. Phoebe Denevor and Alden Ehrenreich. When I made the video of the review for this, I had to say like 15. There was like 15 takes of me trying to say their names correctly, and I fumbled the bag a lot. But they are so damn good. So good. The direction is so sleek. It was the best screenplay of the festival, in my opinion. I didn't get to see everything, and I think that that's probably different now because Past Lives technically premiered at Sundance, and I love that screenplay. We'll talk about that film a little bit later. But at the time, that was the best screenplay of the fest from what I was able to see, and it tackled gender dynamics in the workplace in an incredibly effective way that I really liked, and I thought it was really good. It lost a little bit of luster at the end. I won't lie about that, but the ride is thrilling, and the performances are electric, and it was so good. I really liked that movie. Coming in at number 7 is Asteroid City, and this might be a bit of a hot take. This is kind of a divisive movie. There are people that like it, people that don't. I really did. It's really good Wes Anderson. It is. It's probably, in my opinion, and I've seen his entire filmography except for Isle of Dogs. I have not seen Isle of Dogs, but I've seen the rest of his filmography. I think it is one of, if not the most contemplative and emotional films overall. Sometimes Wes gets the, stereotype of he doesn't really have these richly written films. It's all aesthetic and costume design and production design and cinematography, which can be the case in some points, but I think that this film in particular, he really flexes his writing muscle. I will say Tom Hanks, and I love Tom Hanks, he does feel a bit out of place. I don't really know if he works in Wes Anderson's kind of world, but the rest of the cast here is great. I think Scarlett Johansson, this is her first time in a Wes Anderson movie. She absolutely destroyed. She was the lead, one of the lead characters, and she was fantastic. She brought this sort of deadpan humor, deadpan performance that I really, really liked. And overall, if you love Wes Anderson, I think you'll love this film. I have seen some Wes Anderson lovers not like this film, so I actually don't know at this point. When I wrote this review, I was like, every Wes Anderson person going to love this movie. I don't know at this point. Beautiful production design, his classic cinematography, really great performances, and I really, really like the writing here. It's very contemplative. It talks about life, the meaning of life, all those things. I really like this one. I gave it a 91 out of 100. It's pretty good. Creed 3 comes in at number 6 on my list. It's a knockout. It is, even now. I've revisited it since March. It's still damn good. The performances are phenomenal. I'm not going to talk about one and it breaks my heart, but I can't because he's a terrible person. But Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, the rest of the cast are phenomenal. And the direction from Michael B. Jordan is incredibly impressive considering it is his directorial debut. That's impressive. It was really good. The fights leave you on the edge of your seat. I watched this in Dolby. You could feel the hits. Like, it was that good. The writing is the best, though. It tells a very self-contained emotional story. You don't have to rely on Rocky Balboa in this. This is Creed's story. It's about his past and his childhood and kind of having to come to terms with his past demons. It doesn't rely... You could watch this film on its own. You could. You don't need to have any of the other past movies. Like, it's very self-contained. And I really liked that, and that was really impressive. And Michael B. Jordan, pun intended incoming, knocked it out of the freaking park. I gave it a 92. Really good. And will it stay in my top 10? I don't know. But it'll definitely probably stay in the top 20. It's a really good movie. The most recent movie I saw at the time of recording this, and it comes in at my number 5, that is Past Lives. I heard all the buzz from Sundance and everyone's saying it's the best film they've ever seen. It's the best film of the year. It lives up to the hype. It does. It's really good. I give it a 92 out of 100. I don't think it's a perfect movie, but I think it's very, very good. It's beautiful. It's about love, fate, timing, the decisions we make, how they affect where we end up in our lives. It was impressive. Celine Song, it's her directorial debut. It's gorgeous. The cinematography is fabulous. The blocking, I think, is really well done. It's a very, very good film. Stellar performances across the board, especially from Greta Lee. She's fantastic. And it's got a very emotional score, too. Believe the hype. It's a great movie. It really is. I gave it a 92. I really, really liked it. It's out in theaters right now. Give it a shot. I know you got all the other big blockbusters, but this is an indie film that's worth watching. So give it a look. Go check it out. It's pretty damn good. Number 4 is Air. I knew I was going to love this movie, and it was awesome. It's the ultimate dad movie of 2023. It really is. It's a damn good, feel-good movie. It's going to check every box. It's going to leave you cheering by the end. It's that classic sports movie that you just know and love. You hit those certain tropes that every sports movie brings, you're going to have a pretty successful formula. The ensemble is stellar as we expected. The direction from Ben Affleck is really good. And the writing, for the most part, works. I think the writing might be one of the weaker points, but that's not really saying much because this is just a really strong movie overall. People will love this film. People have loved this film. And if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. It's just that good. It's just really good. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is kind of crazy, but actually not crazy because I loved this movie. It's a perfect wrap-up to the Guardians trilogy. It's got moments for every character. It wraps up the storyline in a way that feels right. And at the core, it's Rocket's story, and it worked really well. It brought the necessary emotion. It made me cry. I saw it twice, and I cried both times. The performances are all great. I love Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. Don't be rash is by far my favorite line delivery of the year. It's incredible. And the passion from James Gunn here is just evident. You can tell he cares about these characters. He cares about this story. He went on to be the co-CEO of DC, but you could still see that even after that announcement was made, he cared about this story and wanted to do right by Marvel, which was really, honestly, admirable. But you could tell because he cared about the story, he cared about the cast, he cared about everyone. He wanted to do right by them, and it was absolutely incredible. The hallway fight sequence is awesome. It's one of the best action sequences of the year, and it's just an emotional, fulfilling movie. It's just good. I gave it a 95. I really liked it. It's just damn good overall. But speaking of superhero movies, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is better, and it's fucking incredible. And I love this movie. It's damn good. It's a work of art. It's visually stunning. I'm saying things that everyone's already said. It's emotionally dense. It's beautifully written. The animation is a triumph. And the story is incredibly impactful. Awesome cameos as well. It never felt tacky. I just have to give a round of applause to everyone involved because it's just a freaking good movie. Go watch it if you haven't. I don't know why you haven't. The box office is crushing, which is very well deserved. I cannot wait for the end of this trilogy, and I already made a video about this, so go watch it if you want. It's just a freaking awesome movie, so go watch. I give it a 97. This will stay at the top of my list for basically the entire year. It's gonna be hard to top this movie. And with that, coming in at number 1 is John Wick Chapter 4. It's like 1A, 1B for me. John Wick Chapter 4 also gets a 97. It was hard to rank these two because they're both so good, but believe the hype with John Wick Chapter 4. It left my jaw on the floor. I watched it in Dolby. It was freaking awesome. It's beautifully shot. It's expertly choreographed. You know what you're going to get with a John Wick movie, but it's like on the ultimate steroids. It just is. It's flawlessly executed. It's just crazy. The action is like the best we've seen. It's just so good. And the characters here are larger than life. It's just crazy to me. And the story actually works. And it has worked. I don't even know why, like in my review, I said it actually is fairly good. Like this is really good writing. It is. Like it's an action franchise that has huge action scenes, but like it's written really well. And the world building and story building and character development of John Wick is good. I never wanted this film to end, but please, like, you don't have the opportunity to now, but like if you have the opportunity to in the future, like watch this on a big screen because it's absolutely incredible. And that's it. Those are my top 10 of the year so far. It's been a good year so far. It has. But with that being said, this has already been a good year. It's even better. Like the second half of the year is even better. So I'm very excited. Let me know your most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. Mine's Oppenheimer by far. It's not even close. Let me know your most anticipated down in the comments. Let me know your favorite of the year so far down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, please do that. That'd be cool. I got another video coming out soon. It'll be my June recap, which will be cool. And if Indiana Jones blows me away, I'll do a video about that. But we'll see. June, I know there's going to be like more videos than the usual click in June because I'm going to love like Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. I'm going to love that movie. I'm going to make a video about it. Oppenheimer is probably going to be my favorite movie of the year. I'm going to make a video about it. Barbie, I'm going to make a video about it. Like, there's so many movies coming out in June or July that I am so excited about. I will probably make videos about. So like, get excited. June's going to be like my most output in like months. It's going to be fun, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you. I hope you all are having great days. I hope you all are doing well. I don't get to talk to you guys a lot now because I just don't make a lot of videos anymore. So I hope you all are doing well. I hope everything's going well. Love you all. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.